Welcome to CLI. This video will demonstrate a new and exciting product from CLI, the CLI Cloud Client. I would like to show how simple it is for a CLI Cloud Client to be set up new out of the box, configured with a customized image, simply by connecting it to the network. In my setup, we have the CLI Cloud Client, and next to it I have a Server 2012 that I will use to access the DHCP option tags. By using tag 210, we can direct the CLI Cloud Client to download a configuration image from a cloud server. Since the CLI Cloud Client supports FTP, HTTP, or HTTPS cloud servers, it will find the specified configuration image file on a public or private cloud server, then download the file and configure itself. I have built several WAN-friendly images for this demonstration. As you can see, two are right around the 100 kilobit size that I will be using in this demo. So let's consider a new CLI Cloud Client that has never been set up. You can see that the factory default image provides a lot of options for the user. Typically, we want to lock down this device to a single application and make it so users can't change any settings. We can configure the CLI Cloud Client exactly the way we want to use it and then save that image. I'll refer to those as configuration files in this demo. So now we want to deploy a new unconfigured CLI Cloud Client and specify a configuration file and where in the cloud that file is located. We'll do that by using DHCP option tags. So having set my string value for the DHCP 210 tag to point to one of my configuration files called RDP, and also the IP address of the cloud server to download it from, we are instructing the CLI Cloud Client where in the public or private cloud to find this configuration file so that it can configure itself. Now, focusing our attention back to the Cloud Client, we will want to restart the CLI Cloud Client, and as it goes through its startup sequence, it will pick up the new configuration file called RDP. This is the file you just saw me specify with the DHCP call tag. This file is located on a web server, and this web server can be anywhere in the cloud. It can be an HTTP or HTTPS or an FTP server. So right now we're watching the RDP config file as it's being downloaded by the Cloud Client. Having downloaded the RDP config file, a reboot is initiated, and then the Cloud Client presents an RDP connection interface to the user. By design, this is a single application that was locked down and is ready for the user. There's nothing else the user can do except use this one application. Let's set up the CLI Cloud Client with a new configuration just to demonstrate again how easy this process is. Going back to the DHCP options dialog window, we can change the string value for the 210 tag to point to another configuration file called Zen. You can see how easily we can change the setup of the Cloud Client to meet our needs. Focusing again on the CLI Cloud Client, I'll initiate a restart. I have to reboot the Cloud Client because I have specified a new DHCP tag string. As the Cloud Client goes through its startup sequence, it will pick up the new configuration file called Zen from the web server we specified in the DHCP string. Notice how quickly this process executes and reconfigures the Cloud Client because of the WAN-friendly file size. Keep in mind, you can send a configuration file of your own design to make the CLI Cloud Client ready for whatever your business needs are. Having downloaded the Zen config file, the CLI Cloud Client reboots, and at this time, the Cloud Client presents a Citrix connection interface to the user. I've got one more configuration to show you. So in the DHCP options dialog window, I'm going to change the string value for the 210 tag to point to another configuration file called Citrix Cloud. Again, we'll focus our attention back to the Cloud Client and initiate a restart. And as the Cloud Client goes through its startup sequence, it will pick up a new configuration file called Citrix Cloud from the web server. Using the CLI Cloud Client simplifies deployment. This could especially be useful at branch locations that might not have IT staff available. Anyone can unpack a new device and connect it to the network, connect the monitor, keyboard, and mouse, and once the cloud client boots up, it has grabbed the configuration file from the web server and in a matter of minutes configured itself for a specific use case. After completing the download and rebooting, the cloud client presents a very locked down Citrix connection interface to the user. This concludes the video demonstration of the CLI Cloud Client and its configuration. Please contact us to find out how you can obtain a 30-day trial model or discuss your desktop needs with a CLI sales rep. Thank you for watching.